What's up, guys? Welcome back to RT2. Hope everyone's having a great day today. So, I may or may not have made an impulse buy yesterday. Well, I would say impulse buy. I kind of been planning this out for almost a year. We're actually finally doing upgrades to the Mac Pro. So, I guess without further ado, I should show off what I've got. So, here it is. This is my XFX RX580 GTS Black Edition. It's the first time I ever bought any sort of computer components ever. So for those who are new to the channel, I have a 2010 Mac Pro 5.1 that I bought last year, primarily as an editing rig, but I wanted to be able to have as a backup gaming rig for this, my ROG laptop. And unfortunately, I feel like this thing's days are numbered due to the fact that it is just running hotter and hotter, and I can't even run Grand Theft Auto on, I believe it's on the, it's got a custom preset, but it's the high preset, but with some adjustments made. I can't even run that at a full 60 FPS stably. So my decision was kind of difficult because the Xeon quad core that's in the Mac Pro that I have right now, it's not the base Mac Pro quad core, the slower 2 point something gigahertz. It is the 3.2 or 3.4 gigahertz Xeon, and it's fairly good processor. It has a better clock speed, and I believe a lot better in so many regards, but not every regard, to my Core i7-7700HQ that's in this ROG laptop. Obviously, in terms of graphics cards, the RX580 blows a 1050 Ti out of the water. At least to my understanding, it does. Especially since this is a laptop card. This isn't, this is a laptop, so it doesn't have a full desktop grade graphics card like this does. So let's talk through the specs of this 580. So this is an 8GB version of the RX580. I don't know if it's overclocked or anything. I don't know a whole lot about this specific 580. I was also considering the ROG Strix version, just to kind of bring some continuity between my two systems. I think that'd be kind of cool to have ROG parts in my Mac, as well as, having an ROG laptop. Obviously, I love ROG. I love just their whole aesthetic. That's really cool how they've made everything look. I love the black and orange and all the RGB and stuff like that. You guys know I'm a big fan of RGB stuff. My Switch has the RGB dock shield and everything on it. But the reason I got the XFX was, for one thing, I didn't want to wait on shipping, even though I had to buy the connector anyway. So this is really just a glorified video just talking about it, and we'll have the actual upgrade coming up soon. Once I get that cable in, which should be tomorrow. So I'm probably filming and editing the same day and uploading it same day. So I have no clue when this video is going up, because you guys know I spend a lot of time focused on my main channel as well, because this is, of course, the second channel. But I thought it was kind of cool to show this off. I picked this up last night from Best Buy. I know, go shoot me in the head now for buying stuff at Best Buy. I was going to go to Micro Center this weekend. The closest Micro Center is almost an hour away from me, so it's kind of a pain to do that. So I don't go out there very often. I've only been to Micro Center once or twice in the entire time I've been into computers and stuff like that. And that was with Hayden and, of course, Michael, who you guys will see in a future video if it hasn't gone up before this. We did some work on my Logitech G920 shifter, and he built a custom plate that makes the shifts super aggressive and just takes a little bit more force to get them into gear. It's like I call it the stage 1, because it's not like the most rigid thing ever. It's actually not quite as rigid as I thought it would be. I was kind of picturing it'd be like, put it in gear and stuff like that. It's actually not that bad, but it still improves a lot, and it feels more realistic and car-like, which is what I wanted. So I'll have a video on that coming very soon. I've actually already filmed it. I just need to edit it. But yeah, so pretty much the goal with doing this upgrade on the Mac, putting the 580 in, and eventually I might be upgrading to the X5690, which is a 6-core Xeon for the tower. We'll stick single CPU for now. Is to replace this as the primary gaming rig. I wanted something that would be more reliable, something I could run on 1440p, because this is an old laptop and I can't really do 1440p. I'm actually looking at a monitor that if I do go to Micro Center this weekend anyway and get, because the only graphics card they had that I was interested in, because I was also running, possibly running a Vega 56 and a 5700 XT, stuff of that nature. But due to the fact that my Mac's on High Sierra and I'm trying to avoid the patchers as much as I can, my only option was the 580. So if I could have, I would have gotten a 5700 XT, but since I am running specifically High Sierra. Since my graphics card, you guys know the Mac has a 4870 in it right now, which is actually weaker than the stock graphics card, the 5770 that you're supposed to have. You know, this is going to destroy it. I mean, that's a half gig card that's got 512 megabytes of onboard RAM. This is 8 gigs, so that's about 16 times, at least according to my mental math, which is never great. There was a reason I wasn't an honors graduate, and that was it. So this is going to be great. I'm really excited to stuff this in the Mac very soon. So let's go ahead and crack the box open and show you guys the card, because I thought this was a really cool graphics card. I picked it up last night. I've already unboxed it, so sorry, I've already ruined that part. So like I said, it's a GTS Black Edition. And it plays into my car side. GTS is usually a trim you see on cars, as well as the aesthetic of the graphics card. So I'm going to go ahead and just pop this open down here from the bottom and get our little XFX box out of here. So, apologies, I'm going to have to probably cut this. Okay, so now we got this little XFX box here. You can see it's kind of embossed. You guys can't see it too well, but the logo is embossed in the cardboard. Then you just pop these open through these tabs here. And you've got your warranty information, your product reviews and stuff like that, your product review card and stuff like that, which is here. So we can also just swap this over. We got the warranty card and all that stuff for this card. Driver information, which you guys can see here. So obviously we'll be running this in Mac OS as well, so we're gonna need that. Overclock stuff, how to make it run overclocked, which is cool. So there's that. So no fancy stickers or anything like you would get with some graphics cards. Like I know EVGA tends to do that a lot. So we'll skip this over here for now. But here it is. Here's the actual RX580. So I'm going to move the box out of the way here so I can actually, you know, look at this more clearly. So, like I said, I've pretty much already unboxed this. So I think I did a pretty good job putting the box back together. But here we are. This is it. This is my first ever big computer purchase, and it's a graphics card. Like I said, one of my favorite things is the aesthetic on this. As you can see, it's got this carbon weave style. It's a very cruddy, kind of, you know, vinyl-ish carbon fiber, not like more like a realistic carbon weave. Being a car guy, I know what real carbon fiber looks like, and this definitely ain't it. But it looks really nice. It's a twin fan, not a triple fan like the ROG Strix card that I was looking at. The Strix one had RGB and triple fan stuff like that, and this was just a little bit cheaper. It was I paid about $20 cheaper than what the cheapest price I can find on the ROG card is. Still plenty high quality. Like I said, this is an 8 gig version, so it's very, very powerful. We've got VGA on the back. I believe that's 3 DisplayPort. I don't know if you guys can see that. 3 DisplayPort and 1 HDMI. So all in all, this card's really nicely stacked up and stuff like that, and it looks pretty good. I'll show you guys the other side. It's got the connector kind of covered, which is great, because knowing me, I'd break something. So we got our 8-pin connector here, which is I'm getting the adapter cable for as we speak. We've got our XFX logo, which is upside down, which I know is a common thing with graphics cards to do this. You got like this little junk going down the back as well. So card looks great, and like I said, we got ball bearing fans here, so these spin really well. I'm honestly really excited to hook this up. I really can't wait for that cable to come in, and we will be throwing this in almost immediately. I'm probably going to do some benchmarks and stuff like that for GPU stuff. I'm going to try to find which one's the best one, and I can give like a score for the 4870, because this is going to destroy it. I know that for a fact. And when we get this dual booted in the Windows, because I do plan on getting a 4TB hard drive so I can partition it evenly with 2 terabytes between each operating system. It's already a pretty good upgrade from the 1 terabyte drive it has in it right now. So I don't know a whole lot about backing up computers and stuff like that. So that is going to be something I'm going to have to learn whenever I do get everything together. But this is just the beginning. This is awesome. I can't wait to install this tomorrow. I'll have a video on upgrading to the 580 when that happens. But until then, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are excited to see this 580 in the Mac. It is something really cool that I've been wanting to do for years with that, or a year, since I've only had it close to a year. But anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, everyone.